You would think it would be pretty easy to copy an existing model like Uber and make it super right. Wrong. Hi guys, welcome to today's edition of Cyber Reviews. Today we are going to find out why many Ghanaian tech startups fail even before they start. And we are going to use two indigenous Ghanaian ride-hailing apps as case study. One, Fameko, and two, Dropping Ghana. And of course, we are going to compare them to their foreign competitors such as Uber and Taxify. The first reason why many Ghanaian startups fail, especially when it comes to tech apps, the UI and the UX. On the Fameko app, you have to use a mobile money number to onboard. Actually, it says you have to use a money mobile number. Come on guys, if you don't have time to review your app, some of us are quality assurance professionals. For a small fee, we will thoroughly test your app to ensure that it meets your business requirements. There are many such errors on the app, grammatical errors and more. Secondly, on the Fameko app, I couldn't find any terms and conditions at all. And I found this very strange because this is the only app that I've used that I didn't see the terms and conditions before I registered. You know, usually when you are registering on an app, you fill your name, phone number, details, and then you either take or you read the terms and conditions, you agree before you can proceed. And I found the terms and conditions later on within the app after I've already registered. I think that's just crazy. At least Dropping Ghana gets it right over there because the terms and conditions link is there. But strangely, when you click on the terms and conditions link, nothing loads, nothing pops out. It will just load till eternity. Come on, guys. Once you're able to make it past the initial sign-up frustrations, assuming you're able to make it out, you are navigated to the generic-looking home screen where you have the option to request a ride. Here too, the interface looks very similar between Fameko and Dropping Ghana. Unlike Uber, which uses a very linear and well-directed process to guide the user to request for a ride through without hassle, by showing you where to, the where to box, and then you proceed to select the choice of Uber ride experience based on your location, availability, and then it goes on to show you the price information, and then proceeds to select payment method, and then you confirm the request. Dropping Ghana and Fameko app allow you to request a ride without necessarily indicating the destination. Now that would have been a really cool feature if it worked. The types of cars available, which are named as sedan and hatchback. Like seriously, I don't know what a sedan is. I just did a Google search right now and I saw that sedan means this and a hatchback means this. So when you're building an app, you need to make sure that the user, without you being there to explain how the app works, is able to know what the features do, what each button does, what the user experience should be factored in before the app is even developed. So let me know in the comments if you know what a sedan is or if you knew what a hatchback was prior to watching this video. The next reason why many indigenous startups fail is because a lot of people are not aware of them at all. See, there are many good developers and many great apps created by Ghanaians, but how many do you know of? How many have you used? I cannot blame you if you've not heard of Fameko and Dropping prior to watching this video. This is because the app is not going to sell itself. Designing a very beautiful app doesn't necessarily guarantee that people are going to know about it. And I'd like to say that Dropping Ghana has some really good social media promotions going on, but then that is not enough. It's not enough to create a good app, create a social media page, and just assume that customers are going to start using your app. Dear CEOs, put your position aside, go from door to door, house to house, market to market, church to church, go to the universities and any other place where you know that people will get to know of your services and tell them about it. Let them call you by your product or brand name. Let them call you Mr. Dropping Ghana. Let them call you Fameko app. Then and only then will you be on your way to having a brand that works and that is a household name. See, I really desperately want to support local ventures because I'm an entrepreneur myself. So it hurts me when I see local startups failing so woefully. It makes me really sad. No, it doesn't make me sad. It makes me very mad. What is so special about Uber and Taxify that we cannot copy, we cannot emulate, we cannot look at their existing business model and do something similar? Yeah, they might have the funding and the resources. Even if you need to be the first driver signed up to the app, you need to make sure that you're the first driver signed up to the app. Put your CEO status aside and go and find those customers wherever they are. You need to do whatever it takes to make sure that people hear of your products, your services, your brand, your company, whatever you have to offer. You need to make sure that people get to know about it. Make sure that before you launch your ride-hailing app, there are enough drivers so that when users request for a ride, they are not informed that there's no driver found after 10 minutes of waiting. Come on, guys. I've kept these apps on my phone for over 3 months. That shows how much I really want them to work. And anytime I'm in town and I want to take a taxi, the first thing I do is I go on Fameko taxi app. I put in the location of my destination. I wait for 10 minutes. I don't get any results. I move to drop in Ghana in that order. And I tried that one too. You wait so long, you never get any driver coming to pick you up. Then I moved to Taxify, or eventually I moved to Uber, and always I get the responses I am looking for. It just shows that Uber is very reliable. And that's because they have a wide network of drivers. You understand, a wide database of drivers who are readily available to pick your request and come and pick you up and take you to your destination. I've done this for the past 3 months. Every single time I need a ride, I go to the indigenous apps first. For the past 3 months, successively, every single time, Fameko, Dropping Ghana, Taxify, Uber, in that order. How disappointing. So if you're a startup in Ghana or Africa, please know this. It's not enough for you to develop an app. The app on its own is useless if it does not achieve its goal that you developed it for. Do whatever it takes to get your target customers to know about your app and for them to use it and even recommend it. But you need to make sure that your app works. Know this. It is not enough to create a good app. It's not enough to create a social media page. It's not enough to have brand shirts and branding stuff. You need to make sure that you actually get the customers, find them wherever they are, let them use the app, let them recommend it to other people, and most importantly, the app should work. Before I bring this video to an end though, I'd like to give all tech startups or any kind of entrepreneur in Ghana or Africa watching this video a tip. See, once you develop your app, you found your customers, you need to go the extra mile. You need to always innovate and you need to provide value added services. Now let me use the same ride hailing apps as an example. Taxify always sends you notifications of events happening within your city. So in Christmas, they can tell you that there are these events happening at these particular locations at specific times, and then straight out of the Taxify app you are able to request that you want to go to that event. So maybe there's a play happening somewhere, there's a pool party, there's a concert going on somewhere in Accra. Right on Taxify, you know all the events happening, and then you can request a ride. You know how beautiful it is. Okay, and Uber also tells you about your city if you move to a new city. I remember when I went to Nigeria, the moment Uber detected I was in a different country, it showed me the nice places. It told me a little bit about Lagos, Ikeja, and stuff like that. Those are value-added services. A foreign mobile app was created to connect event vendors and their clients. Okay, and though it's a mobile app, it doesn't stop at being just a mobile app. There are value-added services such as the WordTech workshop, where vendors are given the tools and knowledge that they need to build their business on branding, on customer service, on finance, on marketing, on social media management, and so many other stuff. And apart from that, i4 Inc. holds an annual wedding and bridal fair. Okay, and for the past 2 years, they've provided the cheapest and most affordable wedding fairs. And these are value-added services because then the clients can actually come and see the vendors on the app and see what they have to showcase in real life. So it's not just enough to create an app, create a good user experience, have social media pages, and have good branding or brand identity. You need to add value to your service. Else, somebody would do a better app, provide a better UI and a better user experience, do better social media campaign, and drive you out of business. You always need to innovate, you always need to adapt, you always need to add value-added services. Download the iFra Inc. mobile app. So in conclusion, Ghanaian tech startups fail for many reasons, and these are not all of the reasons. I believe you may know one or two. Drop them in the comments below, whatever reason you think that Ghanaian, tech startups keep failing. You can add them in the comments so that we all keep learning. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, share, like, hit the subscribe button, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.